Venus and Taurus quick rundown. So Venus is home at the moment, and Venus is where it want to be in its form of comfortability, safety, and of course security. We also got the Sun in Aries at the moment. So these two are gonna have some form of differences during the time. So we may basically get too comfortable and overindulge towards that. We may basically put ourselves in situations to pretty much burn bridges in these situations. Now we're gonna run it down real fast. Wherever you have Venus and Taurus at in your house, we're also gonna basically get into the tarot perspective and see how these energies can correlate with you. Now, if you have Venus and Taurus in your first house, this is pretty much you're gonna have three planets in Taurus. You got Venus in Taurus, you got Uranus in Taurus, and you got the North Node in Taurus. So with Venus and Taurus, you're gonna be hearing, feeling, seeing, smelling, and touching when it comes to your personal values, personal interests, personal uniqueness, originality, and of course, personal growth. Now, the South Node of Scorpio is going to kind of confiscate that away from you when it comes to your way of relationships and the way you relate, and also can pretty much come in your life towards making sure you're not overindulging, towards making sure you're going to be transforming something. So it can work with you, or it can work against you. Now, if you have Venus and Taurus in your second house, you're going to be placed into situations and circumstances and dealing with valuing the things you love, nurture, care, and appreciate in a very hearing, feeling, seeing, smelling, and touchable, tangible way when it comes to your money, resources, and of course your material. Things that you're working on, things that you're building on. So you need to come up with your own unique way of doing that, valuing that, and putting that towards your spiritual purpose. Now, Scorpio energies is going to come in your eighth house, behind the scenes, secret, privacies, to work with you or against you when it comes to transforming the things you value and appreciate. Now, if you have Venus and Taurus in your third house, you're gonna be placed into situations of hearing, feeling, seeing, smelling, and touching when it comes to your senses, dealing with your way of communicating about your ways of coming down to being stable, practical, and goal oriented. Now, you need to come up with your own unique way. You need a value, and you need to come up with your mental pursuits that's going to get towards your purpose and your spiritual path. Now, Scorpio energy is going to come when it comes to your experiences, things that you are doing when it comes to traveling, meanings, reasons, and purposes. It's going to come up to work with you or against you. If you have Venus and Taurus in your fourth house, now, you're gonna be placed in situations of hearing, feeling, seeing, smelling, and touching, and overindulging when it comes to home, family, privacy, and comfortability. Also, you're gonna be faced in situations and circumstances where you're gonna be basically dealing with the opposing energy when it comes to Scorpio in your 10th house. So with Scorpio being in your 10th house, authority, um authority, secret authority, or secret management, or secret, government tactics will basically come pop out or pretty much come check you during this time, which they can work with you or against you. Also with Venus and Taurus in your fourth house, it goes to the extreme here. It is very overindulgent, and you're gonna be placed in situations that pretty much get too comfortable around your household. I mean, and watch out for that. Also, if you have Venus and Taurus in your fifth house, this is hearing, feeling, seeing, smelling, and touching when it comes to expressing your way in a very patient, fixated pursuit. Also, you're going to be placed in circumstances, situations being opposed by secret associations, secret desires that's geared towards associations, groups, and friends, secret enemies. So watch out for that. They can work with you or against you. Because your friends can be your enemies and your enemies can be your friends. It's always the backwards, and it's also going to pretty much be a forward sometimes. So it's like a polarity perspective, a polarity scale. Also, if you have Venus and Taurus in your sixth house, you're going to be pretty much valuing having your own unique way and putting your spiritual purposes and pursuits towards hearing, feeling, seeing, smelling, and touching towards your work, health, and routines and what you're doing on a day-to-day basis, dealing with your coworkers and spending time on that. Now, what's going to take you away from that and what can oppose you is going to be secret enemies, secret dreams, imaginations, and fantasies of the spiritual realm, tainting a little bit with your sixth house, things that you do on a day-to-day basis in the daily work, health, and schedule. Now, also, if you have Venus and Taurus in your seventh house, you're going to be placed in a circumstance situation of valuing, also caring, loving, and nurturing your uniqueness, your originality, and your values and your principles when it comes to your relationships. The people, this is the thing that you love, nurturing, and care when it comes to your relationships and your one-on-one relationships. And the way you compromise and your balance and the stable pursuits in that area. Now, what's going to oppose you and take you out of course is going to basically be you. You could be the opposer, Scorpio. So be aware of that. People, you can go through personal transformations that can kind of bring disruption towards the relationships and on the totality, because this constellation is kind of like it get very, very, very crazy in this perspective. So be aware of that. Also, you have Venus and Taurus in your eighth house under no circumstance situation. It does not do good here. But that don't mean that don't mean you put yourself into a self-doubtable manner. That means things can go through a whole lot of transformation. Things that you may basically want to hold on to may transform. So in this pursuit right here, Venus and Taurus in your eighth house, you're gonna be pretty much valuing uniqueness, originality, and your spiritual purpose towards hearing, feeling, seeing, smelling, and touching towards your private assets, private connections that you share assets with, sexual desire, sexual urges, sexual transformation, and secret animosity also can be basically taking place in this area. So be aware of that. And what's going to oppose you is going to be your money, resources, and material. That's where Scorpio is going to come into play, transforming your money, resources, and material. Also, if you have Venus and Taurus in your ninth house, Venus and Taurus in this house right here, you're gonna be placed into areas and locations where you're gonna be pretty much valuing uniqueness, originality, and patience towards your spiritual growth, dealing with your beliefs, your meanings, your reasons, and purposes. You're gonna be hearing, feeling, seeing, smelling, and touching, and expanding that on a bigger perspective or on a bigger scale. And what's gonna take you off course is gonna be secret enemies in your environment, your surroundings, and your way of thinking, to communicating and sharing ideas with certain people, places, and things, siblings and neighbors. Watch out for them. They're gonna be hating on you because you want to pretty much expand your experiences. You're aware of that. Also, if you have Venus and Taurus in your 10th house, feel me? You're gonna be placed into circumstance situation of valuing your uniqueness, originality, and your spiritual purpose towards hearing, feeling, seeing, smelling, touching in a fixated, stable, practical manner when it comes to your career goal status and, of course, your reputation. You're a Leo ascendant. So by default, watch out for your home, your family, and your privacy. They can kind of like be the ones that's hating on you or trying to take control over you trying to reach your next status or career and goals. Or they can be basically working with you. So everything can play out in a 50-50 perspective. Also, if you have Venus and Taurus in your 11th house, it's full here too. Venus and Taurus in your 11th house, you're going to be valuing your uniqueness, your originality, and your spiritual pursuits towards hearing, feeling, seeing, smelling, and touching in a very fixated, stay down to earth and practical, stable nature when it comes to your groups, associations, and acquaintances, and your collaborations, and who you are trying to share goals with. These individuals, these people, places, and things that you're around, make sure you're being loved and nurtured to care about them as well. Because if they're not doing that, then of course they would be your secret enemies when it comes to your 5th house. Your love, your romance, your affairs, and things that bring fun, entertainment, and enjoyment. These things can be transforming your way of having a connection with your groups and your acquaintances and your friends, and of course your associations and your connections. So basically, be aware of that aspect as well. And last but not least, if you have Taurus in your 12th house, it does very well here. It's extreme here too. You're a Gemini ascendant. So basically, by default, in this house of location, in this area, you are going to be valuing. You're going to be valuing. Okay, yeah, you're going to be valuing. You're going to have your own uniqueness, your originality, and you're going to put your spiritual pursuits and your spiritual purposes towards hearing, feeling, seeing, smelling, touching, and reacting and responding towards a stable, fixated, patient, practical manner when it comes to your dreams, imaginations, fantasies, delusions, sleep, dream journals. So whatever you are utilizing that perspective, you need to go ahead and, of course, get your dream journal. Make sure you write down your dreams, which you're pretty much going through, and those pursuits. Now, Venus and Taurus is all about comfortability, safety, and security, and of course, relaxation. Now, what's going to oppose you and take away that from you is going to be your 6th house. So watch out. You're going to be in the constant battle this season when it comes to your 6th house. Transformations dealing with your work, health, routine, schedule system, and your 9 to 5, your job, or your employees. They can pretty much be trying to they or shape and form can pretty much play out the characteristics of helping you or trying to transform you. So be aware of those energies and how they're gonna pretty much affect you on a totality, and that's how it's gonna basically play. All right, Venus and Taurus. We're gonna start off with you, Aries, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. What does Venus and Taurus need you to value during this time for all Aries, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant? What does Venus and Taurus need you to value this time for all Aries, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant? Venus and Taurus want you to value your your nine of pentacles. So I want you to expand your resources, your material, and of course your money, your money's worth. We're gonna see why you have the nine of pentacles, and we're gonna basically see what does Uranus and Taurus want you to be unique and original about, or Aries. Uranus and Taurus want you to be unique and original when it comes to Emperor, structurizing your status, career, and goals. We're gonna see why you got the Emperor card. We're gonna see what the North Node of Taurus leads you to pretty much put your pursuits into. What does the North Node of Taurus lead you to pretty much go ahead and be unique and original? The Aries. North Node of Taurus wants you to initiate new ways how to think, communicate, and analyze, structure your mentality. So we're dealing with 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We're dealing with a Sun, Moon, Leo. So you use the Leo energy during this time to be fixated and always fulfilling your desires and things you don't. So here we got Venus, Taurus. We got Uranus and Taurus. We got the North Node and Taurus. So Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant is your next up. What does Venus and Taurus want you to value, love, and appreciate for all Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant? What does Venus and Taurus want you to value, love, and appreciate? That's your power. Venus and Taurus want you to love, value, and appreciate taking you got the Eight of Wands. So with the Eight of Wands, I want you to be direct and passionate towards what you spend your time to spend the time towards your passion. And also, Venus and Taurus want you to value heartbreaks, where you may have a heartbreak or you may get unheartbroken during this time. Heartbreaks heartbreaks is good and bad. It's good because it can teach you on how to learn. It's bad because you didn't learn your lesson. Now we're gonna see why you got the heartbreak, and we're gonna see why you got the Eight of Wands, and we're gonna see what does Uranus and Taurus want you to be unique and original about, or Taurus, someone. What does Uranus and Taurus want you to be unique and original about? Uranus and Taurus want you to be unique and original about initiating the ways out there with your feelings and emotions, planting seeds when it comes to your way of feeling and emotional stance. We're gonna also see what does the North Node and Taurus want you to go ahead. All right, so basically, North Node and Taurus got you the Ten of Pentacles. So you're going to be pretty much falling in some form of status, career goals, and success. 21, 24, 27, 30. You're dealing with a Sun, Moon, Ascendant Gemini. Or you need to utilize the Gemini energy Taurus to be meetable and adaptable and mobile during the sound. Now we're going to see what's up with you, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Ascendances. We're going to see how Venus and Taurus is affecting you. It's mainly affecting your dreams, but we're going to basically get into that right now. How is the Venus and Taurus affecting Geminis? What does Venus and Taurus want you to value? Or Gemini, Sun, Moon, Ascendant? Um, Gemini. Gemini. Venus and Taurus want you to initiate an action towards your personal desires, goals, and passions. We're gonna see where I got the Ace of Wands. We're gonna see what the Uranus and Taurus want you to be unique and original about Gemini. Okay. Uranus and Taurus want you to be unique and original about reacting and responding towards your emotional stance. So hold your cup still, and of course, and spend time towards your night desires, internal desires. I also want you to get rest too. I want you to be unique and original. I want you to rest your mentality. And I also want you to stay in your ground. Uranus and Taurus. Stay in your ground when it comes to your desires, your passions. We're going to see why you got these cards, and we're going to basically see what does the North Node of Taurus want you to pursue when it comes to your life purpose. North Node of Taurus want you to pretty much utilize the Four of Pentacles. I want you to save your money and your resources and your material. I can relate to that. 4 plus 7 plus 4 plus 12 plus 1. You're dealing with a Sun, Moon, Ascendant, Capricorn. And I was just about to say that. That's where Pluto and Capricorn have it when it comes to your Gemini assets and your resources. So you need to utilize the Capricorn energy by initiating the ways how to think and be practical when it comes to your career goals and status and reputation. We're gonna see what's up with you, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Ascendant. What does the Moon and Taurus have in store for you? You guys will be going to the extreme. The Moon and Taurus for all Cancer, Sun, Moon, Genesis. Okay, so the Moon in Taurus wants you to be greedy. He wants you to steal some ideas. Or watch out, you could be receiving your ideas stolen. Or it also wants you to pretty much be on the outside looking in. You got the seven of swords. So watch who you share your ideas with, Cancers. Also, we're gonna see why you got the seven of swords. We're gonna basically see what does Uranus and Taurus want you to be unique and original about. What Cancer someone says. What does Uranus and Taurus want you to be unique and original about? Uranus and Taurus want you to be unique and original about your way of feeling and having an emotional connection towards the people, places, and things within your environment, your surroundings, and your daily pursuits. And also, it wants you to be very transformative. It wants you to have your own unique way of transforming people, places, and things, circumstances, situations that no longer helps or makes you feel comfortable. And we're going to see what the North Node and Taurus want you to pretty much do when it comes to your spiritual growth, or you can't say something. North Node and Taurus want you to be open to receiving grand support when it comes to your emotional stance and your emotional connection. Yeah, just getting the word out there. Cancer, you're dealing with a Sun ascendant Sagittarius. You need to be mutable and adaptable and changeable when it comes to seeing about your experiences, your expansion, and culture growth. Now, Leo, Sun, Moon, ascendances, we're going to see what the Venus and Taurus want and need you to value on the sun. So that's a learning. You need to learn how to value something, someone on the sun. If you're getting squared, you're getting squared on the sun. Venus and Taurus, Leo, Sun, Moon, ascendances. What do you guys value? Value your environment, your surroundings, and of course the world. So things, the value is your environment on the sun. We're gonna see why you got that card, and we're gonna basically see what this Uranus and Taurus is going to be unique and original about for Leo, someone to see. I want you to be unique and original when it comes to your environment, your surroundings, and of course your friends, the people, places, and things. So you got six. You're dealing with some Tron energy. Now we're gonna basically see why you got the Three of Cups, and we're gonna see what the North Node and Taurus want you to be going towards, chasing your purpose and path for Leo, someone to see. Okay, so basically you have the Six of Wands. So you need to take immediate action and direction and passion towards your work routines and things that you do on the scheduling system. So we got 9, 12. You're dealing with a Sun, Moon, Sun, and Pisces. So spend some time behind the scenes and get your dreams and your imagination correlated, and of course project it. Just stay behind the scenes. Stay secretive during this time, Leo. Stay very secretive. Now we're about to see what's going on when it comes to you, Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. What does Moon and Taurus have in store for you, Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant? Hey, Virgos, watch out. So you're gonna be placed in situations of expressing your mind, but also you can be placed into situations of having some deceit when it comes to that. So watch out. Some whole lot of secret shit going on with you Virgos. Virgos, we're gonna say where I got the Five of Cups, so we're gonna see what does Uranus and Taurus want you to be unique and original about for Virgo, someone to say. Uranus and Taurus want you to be unique and original when it comes to valuing your money, your resources, your material, and of course your savings. And Uranus and Taurus want you to structure your feelings and emotions and spend time and patience with that. And we're going to see what the North Node and Taurus have in store for you, Virgo, Sun, and Sun. Okay. North Node and Taurus, to spend time towards building and working on your goals and what you're trying to achieve. And Queen of Wands, I want you to receive your grand support from it. At the self-esteem and energy you're dealing with. So you're dealing with a Sun, Moon, Sun, Libra. So you need to utilize the Libra energies, which is also ruled by Venus, which is initiating ways on how to think, communicate, relate, and compromise when it comes to people, places, and things, and the relationship that you are. That's how it's going to be. Now we're about to get into you, Libra, someone is in. So we're going to see what's up. What does the Moon and Taurus need? Libra, someone is in value. What does the Moon and Taurus need in value? Or Libra, someone is in. Now, Libras, we are cardinal air. You're initiating ways out of think, communicate, relate, and compromise. We're going to basically see what Venus and Taurus are in store for you. Yeah, Libra, someone we're gonna see what the Venus and Taurus want you to value and love and appreciate from the sun. For me, Venus in Taurus, Venus alone is pretty much the things that you love doing, things that you love valuing and appreciating, the things that you love to do on a day-to-day basis. That's pretty much what it's all about. So do you love doing what you do every day, or you just doing it to do it? You're gonna figure out what Venus need to be loving what they doing every day. For Libras, Venus and Taurus, or Libras and Venus. Now, Queen of Swords. With the Queen of Swords, you need to be reacting, responding, and receiving grand support when it comes to initiating ways how to communicate and relate. That's what the Venus and Taurus want you to do. I want you to value your conversations. Libra. And we're going to see why you got the Queen of Wands, and we're going to see what Uranus and Taurus needs and want you to be unique and original about. Someone want you to be unique and original when it comes to your way of environment, your surroundings, and who you associate yourself with and conversate with and relate with when it comes to emotional connection on that. Yeah, we're going to see where you have those two cards, and we're going to see what the North Node and Taurus want and need you to do when it comes to your spiritual purpose or Libra, someone is sensitive. Okay, I want you to stand on business when it comes to looking at the bigger picture when it comes to chasing that bag. 12, 17, 22, 23, 24, 25. You're dealing with a sun, moon, sitting in Libra, so you just need to be yourself during the time, Libra, and you got it. Also, about to get into you, Scorpio, sun, moon, and ascendant. Scorpio, you guys are the opposites, and you'll be receiving opposites during this time. I mean, we're gonna see what's Venus and Taurus got in store for you, Scorpio, sun, moon, and ascendant. Venus and Taurus, what does it have in store for you, sun, moon, and ascendant? Scorpio. Scorpio takes water. Now Venus, damn shit. See, Venus and Taurus got you to tell. Okay, so Venus and Taurus, either you're gonna be stealing ideas, or others will be stealing your ideas, or someone is gonna be stealing some form of intellect or logic or knowledge away from you, or playing manipulation or mental games with you. We're gonna see where you got the Seven of Cups. We're gonna see where you got the Seven of Swords. We're gonna see what Uranus and Taurus need you to be unique and original about for you, Scorpio, someone in tendency. Damn. So you got the Moon card. So someone or something is gonna put you in an uncomfortable situation, or you could be putting others in an uncomfortable situation, Scorpio. Damn, two bad cards. Now these cards may look bad, but they can also be good. We're gonna see why you got the Moon card, and we're gonna see what the North Node and Taurus need you to pretty much chase your pursuits and your goals, Scorpio. Hopefully this is a good card. All right, cool. You got the Temperance card. So with the Temperance card, I went to the love, nurture, and care, and of course, create balance. Chase balance and equilibrium during this time. So Scorpio, you're dealing with a sun, moon, and ascendant Gemini. You utilize the mutable and adaptable ways of communicating and sharing ideas. Just be more open. Don't be sensitive. Be open. Sharing ideas. Now we're gonna see what's up with you, Sagittarius, someone in sentences. What does Venus and Taurus have in store for you guys? Sagittarius, someone in sentences. What does Venus and Taurus have in store for you guys? So Venus and Taurus want you to utilize the King of Swords. I want you to give your grand support and your ideas and your intellect towards initiating conversations, initiating nurturing in that area. We're gonna see why you got the King of Swords, and we're gonna basically see what Uranus and Taurus need you to be unique and original about, or you Sagittarius, someone. They want you to be unique and original about the success that you're about to fall into when it comes to the Ten of Pentacles. So you're gonna be falling into some success and sex this time. Also, we're gonna see why you got that card. We're gonna basically see what North Node and Taurus want you to do the original about. So 2 cards flipped in the air. Okay, I want you to chase your North Node. It wants you to direct your passions, your desires within your environment. And of course, it wants you to also whatever you receive from this card, which will also be supportive and give back. You're giving back during this time. 19 plus. Okay, Sagittarius, you're dealing with a sun, moon, ascendant Virgo. Use the Virgo energy by being more service, open, it's a practical nature. You gotta be a little more practical. Now we're gonna see what's up with you, Capricorn, sun, moon, ascendant. What does Venus and Taurus have in store for you guys? And you guys will be working with a trine again. Let's see what's up with this gift that you got going on. Capricorn. You got 2 cards. This one came first. So you're gonna have the gift to socialize when it comes to working together with people, places, and things. And you're also gonna have grand support by initiating the ways on how to feel and see when it comes to your desires and fashions. We're gonna see what Uranus and Taurus need you to be unique and original about. We're gonna see why you got the Ace of Wands and the Three of why you got the 3 of Pentacles, Capricorn, Ascendant. Okay, Uranus and Taurus want you to be unique and original when it comes to your hope, your faith, and your luck and fortune. So have your own unique way of developing your luck and your faith and your hope. And we're going to basically see why you got that card. We're going to see what the North Node Taurus want you to chase your goals and your pursuits and your life purpose on. And that's going to be geared towards planting seeds when it comes to chasing the bag. 11 plus 10 plus 1 plus 3. You're dealing with a sun, moon, ascendant. So use the Libra energy to initiate it, where how to communicate, relate, and compromise on the sun. So be more compromising. Capricorn, you go far. Aquarius, sun, moon, ascendant. What does Venus and Taurus need you to learn? To value, love, and nurture and care during the sun. You're learning things. Okay, I want you to learn how to express yourself, but also watch out for the upcoming havens. I want you to value your money. I want you to structure your vision towards a home, comfort, and safety and security. And I want you to be open to receiving grant support. We got 4 cards, Aquarius. We're gonna see why you got these 4 cards, and we're gonna see what Uranus and Taurus need you to be unique and original about. Learn how to be unique and original. Cool. So you need to be unique and original when it comes to building and structurizing your feelings and emotions during this time, Aquarius. That's what you need to be based upon. We're gonna see what the North Node and Taurus have in store for you, Aquarius. What's your life purpose? Learning your life purpose for Aquarius. Okay, the Empress card. So what the Empress card means fertility. So put some fertility within your environment, your surroundings, and the business and things that you associate yourself with. 3 plus 13 plus 4 plus 2 plus 5 plus 4. You did it with a sun, moon, ascendant Cancer. So you use the Mars and Cancer energy towards initiating ways on how to build with your feelings and emotions when it comes to your love, nurturing, and caring nature. And last but not least, I see someone that said this is what does Venus and Taurus got in store for you, and what other opportunities that you're going to basically be working with on this time. Or you Pisces someone in Okay, so Pisces someone in fish. You're going to receive grand support when it comes to ideas and intellect, and you're going to basically have a strong emotional connection when it comes to your feelings and emotions with the people, places, and things you love and appreciate. You're going to see what the Uranus and Taurus need you to be unique and original about. The Pisces someone in sentences, because you got to be unique and original during that phase. And that's going to be good. Knight of Wands. Taking initiative actions when it comes to your behind the scenes and your mechanisms, what you got going on. And also, we're going to see what North Node and Taurus want you to chase when it comes to your life purpose. Pisces, opportunities to chase your life purpose. We got 3 cards. King of Cups, so you need to initiate towards giving your grand support when it comes to caring emotionally. Page of Swords, planting seeds when it comes to your mind. And the Lover's card, love and nurturing and caring with someone that you have a connection with. And we're going to add this up and see what kind of energies you're dealing with, Pisces. Pisces, you're dealing with a Leo, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant, so express yourself.